not understand my argument and declare it's Greek to me, you are quoting Shakespeare. If you claim to be more sinned against than sinning, you are quoting Shakespeare.
If you recall your salad days, you are quoting Shakespeare.
If you act more in sorrow than in anger, if your wish is father to the thought, if your lost property has vanished into thin air, you are quoting Shakespeare.
If you ever refused to budge an inch or suffered from green-eyed jealousy, if you ever played fast and loose, been tongue-tied, hoodwinked, or in a pickle, if you have knitted your brows, made a virtue of necessity, insisted on fair play, or slept not one wink, had short shrift, cold comfort, or too much of a good thing, why, be that as it may, the more you, for it is a foregone conclusion, that you are, as good luck would have it, quoting Shakespeare.
Even if you bid me good riddance and send me packing, if you wish I were dead as a doornail, if you think I'm an eyesore, a laughingstock, the devil incarnate, a stony-hearted villain, bloody-minded, or a blinking idiot, then by Jove!
Oh, Lord!
Tut-tut!
For goodness sake!
What the dickens?
It's all one to me.
Or
You
are
Quoting Shakespeare.
And so it was, at the dawning of the Elizabethan epoch, as it was known, that a babe was born in a small, well-known English Midlands town called Stratford-upon-Avon, or Stratford, Ontario, or Stratford, Connecticut, as it was also known. Home of Anne Hathaway's cottage, Mary Arden's house, Shakespeare's birthplace, and the Royal Shakespeare Theatre Company. Malaya?
And as his parents gazed down at that little newborn Elizabethan infant, his little Elizabethan ruff already round his rough little Elizabethan neck, his little struggling Elizabethan body already clad in his first little Elizabethan all-in-one doublet and hose, and proudly watching him mewling and puking all over his first little Elizabethan duvet, they could not possibly have guessed what that recently sired babe, the fruit of their handiwork, so to speak, would in fact become.
For the babe that lay before them, and already showing signs of his prematurely receding forehead, was none other than the son of Avon, the immortal swan himself, William Shakespeare. In other words, the most famous man the world has ever known. Lauren?
But who in fact was he? Will we ever find out, or will he always remain shrouded in mystery? To answer these questions and many more, we must now consider, who was William Shakespeare?
William Geoffrey Shakespeare was born in Shakespeare's birthplace, in Stratford-upon-Avon, but a stone's throw away from Anne Hathaway's cottage, with whom he was to have a stormy and incestuous marriage in later years.
Unfortunately, this is all that is currently known of the extraordinary and colorful life of William Shakespeare, which, of course, leads us to the question, who was William Shakespeare?
In order to answer this, we need first to ask ourselves, who were his parents? And now to you, Lauren.
Thank you, Paloma. Although, as we have seen, nothing whatsoever is known about his parents, we do know, via combining through various records and so forth, his father was George Shakespeare, or possibly even Thomas Shakespeare, a well-known Elizabethan glove maker from Stratford's Glove Quarter, or compartment as it was also known, while of course his mother was Mary Arden, a popular Stratford cosmetics expert.
And finally, Malaya. Did Shakespeare's father's glove manufacturing influence Shakespeare's early works?
Yes, Lindsay, it most certainly did. Shakespeare's early works are stiff with glove manufacturing references. In fact, many whole plays have been inspired by his obsession with constantly inventing new kinds of gloves. In particular, the woolen glove, which inspired The Winter's Tale, the animal handling glove, which inspired The Taming of the Shrew, and of course, the rubber glove, which inspired Pericles, Prince of Tyre.
Moody Dane, why are you so moody? Broody Dane, don't be so broody.
Smile, smile, dear, dry your eyes. Try not to soliloquize.
Don't keep saying that's the question. It is only indigestion.
Moody Dane, don't be so naughty.
Is it all wrong to call your mama body?
There's a bend in every lane. Soon the sun will shine again. Skies are blue come after rain.
Moo-hooty Dane.
For this relief, much thanks. Though I am native here, and to the manor born.
It is a custom more honored in the breach than in observance.
Well, something is rotten in the state of Denmark. To be or not to be, that is the question.
There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt in your philosophy.
There's a divinity that shapes our ends. Rough hew them how we will.
Though this be my madness, yet there is method in it. I must be cruel, only to be kind.
Hold as 'twere a mirror up to nature, a countenance more in sorrow than in anger.
The lady doth protest too much. Cat will mew, and dog will have his day.
Who's there?
Nay, answer me.
Long live the king. Get thee to bed.
For this relief, much thanks.
What? Has the thing appeared again tonight?
Peace break thee up. Look where it comes again!
Look at, not like the king.
I charge thee, speak!
Tis here.
'Tis there!
Tis gone.
But look! The morn, in russet mantle clad, walks o'er the dew of yon high eastern hill.
Let us impart what we have seen tonight unto young Hamlet.
Though yet of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, may the memory be green. Our sometime sister, now our queen, have we taken to wife, and now my cousin Hamlet and my son.
A little more than kin, and less than kind.
Hamlet,
My son.
Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt, that it should come to this, but 2 months dead. So loving to my mother, frailty thy name is woman. Married with mine uncle, my father's brother. The funeral baked meats did coldly furnish forth the marriage tables.
My lord, I think I saw him yesternight, the king, your father, upon the platform where we watched.
'Tis very strange.
Armed, my lord, a countenance more in sorrow than in anger.
My father's spirit in arms? All is not well. Would the night were come! The king doth wake tonight and take his rouse. Though I am native here into the manor born, it is a custom more honored in the breach than in observance.
Look, my lord, it comes!
Oh, Hamlet! Hamlet! Hamlet!
Angels and ministers of grace defend us! Something is rotten in the state of Denmark. Alas, poor ghost!
I am thy father's spirit! Revenge is most foul and unnatural murder!
Murder?
The serpent that sting thy father's life now wears his crown.
Oh, my prophetic soul! Mine uncle! There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
No!
Hereafter I shall think meet to put an antic disposition on. The time is out of joint. Oh, cursed spite that ever I was born to set it right!
Oh no, Ophelia, what is the matter?
My lord, as I was sewing in my chamber, Lord Hamlet with his doublet all in embrace, no hat upon his head, his knees knocking, and with a look so pitiful, he comes before me.
Mad for thy love, I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Uh-huh.
Look where sadly the poor wench comes reading. What do you read, my lord?
Words! Words! Words!
Though this be madness, yet there's method in it.
I am but mad north-northwest. When the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw.
The actors are come hither, my lord.
We'll hear a play. I've heard that guilty creatures sitting at a play have, by the very cunning of the scene, been struck so to the soul that profoundly they proclaim their malefactions. I'll have the players play something, like the murder of my father before mine uncle. If he but blench, I know my course. The play's the thing, wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king. To be or not to be, that is the question.
My lord.
Get thee to a nunnery.
Love, his affections do not that way tend. There's something in his soul o'er which his melancholy sits unbrewed. He shall with speed to England. Mwah ha 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 ha.
Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. Hold as 'twere a mirror up to nature. How do you like the play?
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
He poisons him in his garden for his estate. Did you see how the murderer gets the love of Gonzago's wife? The king rises.
King rises?
The king rises.
King rises.
What? Frighted with false fire?
He's going to his mother's closet. Behind the arras, I'll convey myself to hear the message.
Now, mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
What wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me. Help! Help! Ho!
Help! Help! Help!
How now, rat? Dead for a ducat! Dead!
Alas, he's mad.
I must be cruel only to be kind. Good night, mother.
Hamlet, where's Polonius?
At supper.
Hamlet, this deed must send thee hence. Therefore prepare thyself. Everything is bent on England. And England, if, my love, thou hold'st at aught, thou mayst not coldly set our sovereign process, the present death of Hamlet. Do it, England! Wah ha 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 ha!
Where is my father?
Dead.
They bore their face on the fire. Hey nonny, nonny, hey nonny. And on his grave rained many a tear.
Haddest thou thy wits and didst persuade revenge, it could not move thus.
And where the offences, let the great axe fall.
Ere we were 2 days old at sea, a pirate, a very warlike appointment, gave us chase. In the grapple I boarded them. On the very instant they became clear of our ship, so I alone became their prisoner. They dealt with me like thieves of mercy.
What is he that builds stronger than either the mason, the carpenter, or the shipwright?
A grave maker. The houses he makes will last till doomsday. Whose was it?
This same skull, sir, was Yorick's skull, the king's jester.
Alas, poor Yorick. But soft, that is Laertes.
What ceremony else? Lay her in the earth, and from her fair and unpolluted flesh may violets spring. I tell thee, churlish priest, a ministering angel shall my sister be, when thou liest howling. O treble woe, hold on to the earth a while, until I have caught her once more in my arms.
What is he whose grief bears such an emphasis? This is I, Hamlet the Dane.
The devil take thy soul!
Away thy hand!
Hamlet!
Hamlet.
I loved Ophelia. What wilt thou do for her?
Oh, he's mad, Laerte!
The cat will mew, and dog will have his day. There is a divinity that shapes our ends, rough hew them how we will. But thou wouldst not think how ill all's here about my heart. But 'tis no matter, we defy augury. There is a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be now, 'tis not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all.
Come on, sir, come, my lord.
One.
No!
A hit, a very powerful hit.
Judgment?
Stay, give me a drink. Hamlet, this pearl is thine. Here is to thy health. Give him the cup.
The queen carouses to thy fortune, Hamlet.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord.
Part them, they are incensed. They bleed on both sides.
I am justly killed by my own treachery.
The drink. The drink. I am poisoned.
Treachery, seek it out.
Dear Hamlet, Hamlet, thou art slain. Lo, here I lie, never to rise again. The king's to blame.
The point in venom too? Then venom, do thy work.
Exchange forgiveness with me, noble.
I follow thee. I cannot live to hear the news from England. The rest is silence.
Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels bid thee to thy rest.
Go! Bid the soldiers shoot!
Good night, parting is such sweet sorrow.
I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Our revels now have ended, if we shadows have offended.
That's all one. Our play is done.
Farewell, farewell.
Hence home, you idle creatures, get you home.
You that way, we this way.
As many farewells as be as star in heaven.
Good night, ladies. Good night.
Sweet ladies, good night, good night.
Put out the light.
Put out the light.
Put out the light.
Would it help if
Hi, I'm Cheryl Watson, and I'm the lucky director who got to work with such a talented group of young performers in Shakespeare of Revue. Shakespeare had a great way of saying farewell, whether it was to another character or to the audience, and that's why we wanted to include Put Out the Light in our production. Now, that's a compilation of many of the farewells in many of Shakespeare's plays. But right now, I want to talk to you about ways in which we can keep on the light at a place that we love, the Woodland Opera House. So whether it's taking a class in dance, theater, music for all ages, or attending one of our virtual productions, or making a financial contribution, whatever you can do to support this great community asset, it is important. So I'd like to adapt Shakespeare's words for my message. Keep on the light. Keep on the light. For the Woodland Opera House, keep on the light.